The reason I'm running for Congress is I feel the average hardworking American no longer has a voice adequately represented in Washington, D.C. It seems Washington's more interested in lobbyists, special interests, and even foreign citizens before the interests of their own hardworking people. In order to best advocate for these people, there are three ideals that are the backbone of my campaign: civility, liberty, and responsibility. I'd like to take this time to talk about all three of them. For civility, let's be honest, right now our economy is doing pretty good. There are some people that are still struggling, and we always want to strive to do better for everyone. But even in this situation where we have a decent economy, civility seems to be at all-time lows. No longer is it just a matter of disagreeing with someone but still being able to be friends. We see friendships and families broken up over just political differences. We particularly see the idea of supporting President Trump somehow makes you a racist or bigot just for wearing the clothing that supports him. This is advocating by politicians and even people in the media. This is wrong. We need to understand that reasonable people could have political differences. It's okay to be civil with each other even though we disagree, and we don't need to ruin families or friendships because of this. I will advocate strongly for representing conservative and constitutional ideals, and why this doesn't mean that people that disagree with me should hate me. We could all be civil to each other. If we have a lack of civility now when things are going pretty good in the country, what will happen if there is an economic downturn? That's why it's our responsibility now to show that we're all Americans and that we should all want the same things for this country to be great. And that's what I'll advocate for in a civil manner. The concept of liberty is behind all of my policy positions. The reason that the United States is the greatest country in the world, it is the first country that really codified into law that the individual is the backbone of the country, not people based on class or based on their race or their gender or their religious group. These are all policies that the Democratic Party has been promoting with their identity politics. I stand for the opposite of that. I stand for personal liberty and freedom, which means that we should give people maximized control over their own life, look at them as individuals, and not seek to curb their rights based on group identity such as race or gender. The last concept is responsibility, which goes along with this. We need to have maximized individuality and not be reliant on a large federal or socialist government. Of course, we need social programs and those things are important. But we see the Democrats now advocating more socialism with things like the Green New Deal that would seek to make the government in total control over our economic and energies and the rest of the way of our life. We need to fight back against this and understand that the more free markets we have, the more personal responsibility, that is, looking at ourselves and how we can improve our own lot in life instead of relying on government, will be better for not only us as individuals, but for the country as a whole. I hope to use these three ideals and show that I could run a successful campaign and that these are the things that the average, everyday, hardworking Americans want and exemplify in their lives every day.